Everybody knows it, many use it. But how is the blue Lyra Super Farbie with the extra thick lead of 6.25 mm and the rounded triangular shape produced? First of all, various blue pigments, binders and water, fats, waxes, and fillers are mixed to form a basic bulk. The resulting powdery raw material has to be weighed out exactly according to the formulation. Here we see an employee pouring the measured dry bulk into the Z-arm mixer. In a separate kettle, the wax is heated to 100 degrees and is then added to the bulk. Due to the addition of heat, the raw materials combine with the wax, thus forming a consistent bulk after 6 hours of kneading. The finished bulk is poured into a tray and has to rest there for some time. After that, the bulk is put into an extrusion press. This machine squeezes the bulk through a nozzle so that the leads are of equal diameter. Then the lead is cut to the desired length. Any projecting residue is cut off by a circular knife. In order to prevent the leads from sticking together, they are dredged with talcum. Next, the leads are put into cans to dry. The cans are placed on a rolling rack that is constantly in motion. This prevents the leads from losing their shape. The frame containing the cans is rolled into a drying cabinet. The leads are dried at up to 100 degrees for several hours. Once the leads are dry, they are brought to the quality assurance department. Here they are tested for color, length, diameter, homogeneity, and breaking strength. When the leads are found to be in order, they are approved for further processing. To achieve higher quality and better stability, the leads are soaked in a wax bath for finishing. There they are left to absorb the liquid wax for 24 hours. After that, the containers are placed in a centrifuge. Here the bins containing the leads are turned so fast that the surplus wax escapes. After the wax bath, the leads are checked once again. For comparison, first an untreated lead, and now a pencil whose lead has been soaked in wax. Due to the wax, it is easier to draw with the pencil, and the colors are more intense. The leads are weighed by quantity and packaged 5 gross at a time. That means 720 pieces per carton, and then brought to the woodworking department. In this step, the colored lead is surrounded with wood. The wooden slats are made of Californian cedar. Depending on the diameter of the leads, appropriately sized grooves are cut in the slat ready to receive them. Then the shavings are removed. Glue is applied to the grooves in each slat. The loose leads are placed in the glued grooves. Glue is also applied to the slats without leads. Then they are turned and placed on top of the first slats containing the leads, like making a sandwich. The glued slats are placed in a rotation clamp for drying and pressing. After about an hour, the slats are milled on both sides and cutters shape the individual pencils. The raw pencil is complete. The raw pencil is given its blue lacquering in the painting department. For this purpose, the pencils are placed in a lacquering machine. First, a finishing rubber in the shape of a pencil is placed on a raw pencil and mounted outside the coating chamber, which is then locked. Once the container of blue paint has been placed on top of the chamber, the lacquering process can begin. During the lacquering process, the machine pushes the pencils through the coating chamber. The finishing rubber at the outlet of the chamber removes the excess paint, leaving an even layer on the pencil's surface. Heated pipes beneath the conveyor dry the pencils. The pencils are collected and the lacquering process is repeated several times until the desired coating quality has been achieved. To be able to draw with the pencil, it first has to be sharpened. This is done in the finishing department. But first, the lettering has to be added to the pencil. This is foil stamped using an embossing die and special foil. Then one end is sharpened and the other end is rounded off to remove leftovers of lacquer. The production of the Super Farbie is now finished. The loose pencils are brought to the packaging department and are packed in boxes of 12, which are labelled to indicate the contents. An employee packs these boxes in containers for storage. The packed Super Farbies are placed on a live storage rack. There, an employee is able to pick them together with other products for orders. Finally, the products are packed in strong cardboard boxes in the dispatch department and are made ready for shipment. The goods are now forwarded to the designated address. Lyra coloured pencils enrich the lives of children and adults with their colour and diversity. They help children around the world to develop their creativity. They give great pleasure to those drawing with them, and no kindergarten, school or home today is thinkable without them.